Jacques, what was your take on Kimi's move there?
Very poor. A move that you might see in Formula 4, Formula 3 from a driver who doesn't have experience and just not calculated the way it should be. When you're in F1, you will make mistakes. You drive too hard, you're on the limit. But that was not even that. It was just badly calculated. He shouldn't have done that. And then he got all riled up and speed limit as well. Maybe F1 is just too much for him.
Really? I mean, he's only just turned 19.
No, he's in Formula 1.
Okay.
What age was Max when he arrived in F1?
No, I mean, we've
what age
discussed
was
that.
Lewis
Yeah,
when he arrived? Exactly. So that's not a good excuse.
Okay, I do get that, but today, as you're saying, he's only had 1 point in the last 8 races, apart from that podium in Canada. As Naomi was pointing out there, he's inside the top 10. He's thinking, you know, I'm going to get a big haul of points here. I could make a great move on a fantastic driver. I could really, you know, turn my fortunes around. And is there not an excuse for the fact that perhaps he's just overdriving? It's the exuberance of youth, and give him another 6 months, he'll be a different driver.
Look how far behind he was before the corner. He was 2 car lengths behind. On which planet did he think it would stick, that it would work out? Everyone knows that when you go down to the inside like this, that track doesn't work. So you really need to be next to the other driver, like Max. He was right up the curb on the outside and barely made it stick. So it was just poor calculation from his spot, and he should be better than that in F1.
I think, to his defense a little bit on the age thing, I think if we look back at Max when he was 16, 17, 18, when he came into F1, how many big mistakes he was making. Yeah. I mean, he was always pushing things a little bit over the limit, and the good thing is he's pushing things over the limit. They're not having to get him to there, so now they've just got to rein him in, because he's got it. He just needs to, you know, not miscalculate so many things.
Be quick and making mistakes.
Yeah, hold on.
Than not quick, right?
I'll add something to that. Max was driving over the limit, but he wasn't 4/10 off. He was on pace.
Okay. Is that the car? I mean, we could debate this for a while. Why don't we hear from them both? They hear the Mercedes drivers, starting with Kimi. Say, okay, right, you've said your piece on that one. But if you were Toto and if you were Kimi's management, how would you...
You mean if you were Toto and if you were Toto?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. But how do you put an arm around him? How do you get him up to speed, do you think, when he's in a kind of spiral, as we're saying, like this?
You don't get the driver up to speed. The driver has to get himself up to speed. You give him the tools. You maybe clean out his surroundings a bit so he can be himself. That's the first step.